Hey guys! So today I will be talking about how I applied to Giphy and was approved for an artist channel. And I wanted to make this video not because I'm an expert or anything, but because I didn't realize how straightforward it is to actually apply to Giphy and have your GIFs approved. I didn't even realize that you could upload your own GIFs until I saw another artist that I really love, Lee Ellickson, have her GIFs on Instagram stories. And I know a lot of other people have questions about it too, so if you guys were curious about it, I hope this helps you out and answers some of your questions. So let's get right into it. Also, controversial topic alert, but yes, I say GIF. I'm sorry if it drives you crazy because you'll be hearing it like a million times in this video, but hopefully, even if it bugs you, you can still get some good information out of it. Okay, bye. So initially, this video was just going to be about making GIFs in Procreate and using them as stickers in your own Instagram stories, but since then, some stuff has changed. I ended up uploading my GIFs to Giphy. And one of them kind of went viral, which was really weird and exciting, but also not that exciting because like nothing happens, or you don't get paid, you don't get any recognition for it, but it was very cool. A lot of you had questions about how to get approved for Giphy and how that worked, that whole process. So I wanted to make a little Q&A part where I can explain that and make it really clear and easy to get yourself approved and get your GIFs on Instagram stories. Before you apply, you need to set up your channel, so that means putting in a profile picture, filling out all the information, putting in all your social media details, and then you'll need to have 5 to 6, I think they recommend 5, 6, or 7 GIFs already uploaded on your channel. And then once you have all that filled out, then you can apply to be a business channel, which means you either apply as an artist or a brand. I chose to apply as an artist just because none of my GIFs were branded. If you're making GIFs that have your company name and that are specific to your shop or your brand, you might want to choose the brand one. After you submit your application, which is super short, and I'll link the application down below, you'll wait a couple days. I think they say that they normally get back to people within a week or so. I heard back within, I think, 3 or 4 days. They said after you get approved, it can take up to a week for your GIFs to show up in the search on Instagram stories where you would search for your GIFs. So after, I think it was 2 days, 2 of my GIFs were searchable. I was so excited and I wanted to announce it, but I wanted to wait until all my GIFs were ready so I could announce them all at once. And so I waited on that and I kind of forgot about it a little bit, and then like 3 or 4 days later, I think, I was scrolling through Instagram stories and I saw on one of my favorite podcast stories that they had reposted someone else's story and they had used my GIF in it, the "You're the Best" one. And I just remember thinking like, oh, that's kind of awesome. So I went on Giphy because when you have a business account or a business channel, you can check your stats and analytics and see how many people have viewed your GIF. So I went on there to check and I was panicking because I forgot my password, so I was trying to log in. But eventually I got it figured out, and then I was just stunned because it said that it had been viewed 21 million times, and overall all my GIFs have been viewed like 22 million times, which is nuts. It was on the trending page, basically. That's how it got so many views. I asked you guys if you had any questions about making GIFs, just so I don't leave anything out or forget anything. And I got a few questions. The first one was, what program do you use to make them? Procreate. Okay, editing Mac here. Sorry, I didn't realize how short my answer was. Procreate is an app you can find in the App Store, and it is very affordable. I think it's like $10, totally worth it. And if you're new to Procreate, I will link some tutorials for the basics down below, and then here's some other tools that I use in case that's helpful. And the next question is this a moneymaker? No, it is not. I wish it was. As far as I know, you can't monetize GIFs because I don't think any artists are getting paid for these GIFs unless they're creating them for brands to use. But yeah, nope. Someone said they are a little curious / nervous about the approval process. How do I make sure I get accepted? You got this. I would just say follow all of Giphy's suggestions for getting approved. As far as I know, you should be good to go if you do everything that they suggest. If your application isn't accepted for some reason, you can always still put that hard work to use and use your GIFs for personal use. And by personal use, I mean you can use them in your Instagram stories just like you would a normal GIF sticker by copying and pasting them as a sticker. And I show you how to do that in my video about making GIFs, which I will link in the description. So some things that I've learned since making these GIFs. Number one, if you want really smooth and not pixely edges, use a smooth brush for your edges and then use whatever you want in the middle if it's in the middle of a solid color. But using a textury brush like the one that I used, which is the Vine Charcoal Sketch Brush by Dizzy Tara, which I love, but it has a pencil-y, charcoal-y texture to it, so it created a little bit of pixelation around the outside of my GIFs, and for the longest time, like a couple days, I couldn't figure out why they looked so pixely when I uploaded them, but I realized it's because I didn't have that smooth outline. So next time, and what I recommend for you, is to make sure that whatever outline your GIF has, make sure you go over it with as smooth of a line as you can, and it'll look way more high quality and way less pixely than mine. The second thing that I learned was you can work in whatever size canvas you want. Okay, quick clarification here. When I say you can use any resolution, what I actually meant was there's no maximum resolution. So Giphy recommends that your GIFs are as clear as possible, so obviously don't do like 5 by 5 pixels, that would make no sense. I did the preset square option on Procreate, which is 2048 by 2048 pixels, and basically no matter how big your file size is, Giphy will resize it to their default. You do want to have as smooth, high quality GIFs as possible for a better chance to be approved, so just keep that in mind. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope it got you guys excited to make your own GIFs. If you do make some and you want to share them through Giphy, please tag me. I would love to use them and tell people about them. My Instagram is just at the gladdest thing shop. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow along, be sure to follow me on Instagram and check out my shop and my website. I'll have everything linked down below as well. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I can't wait to see your GIFs.